What's up, Alphas? It's your boy, Alphas, Zelmae, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And you know it's Thursday. It's just a fan.
OVR.
All right, today I'm gonna do something that I might regret. I'm gonna offer an apology.
Let's go.
We're gonna talk about Jussie Smollet. We're gonna talk about YouTube changing, and we're gonna talk about Christmas today. Cause it is December. This is Christmas time. This is just a fan. We're gonna talk about the stuff. But to my right, we have the one of the best to ever do it, Nico Williams.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Nico Williams. You know what time it is. I've been on the channel for about a year, some change, man. Y'all know what time it is. Definitely want to start this off by saying prayers up to Oxford High School in Oxford, Michigan. There was 14 people were shot by some kid out there. 3 were killed. So with that being said, man, prayers up for that community. I don't know what they going on right now in the world. These kids, the shooter was 15, by the way. So semi-automatic handgun. So I don't know what's going on, but prayers up for them. Hopefully that's a topic that we will discuss as like maybe a part 2 or part 3 when it comes to mental health, because what the fuck. But anyway,
it's an important thing, people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Joe said the F word before. Oh, you two, listen. We done talked. You done yellowed some of our pages.
Don't give us the yellow sign. Make it green. Just make it green.
Yo, by the way, we're gonna talk about this later. Shout out to you two for actually communicating with me a lot, especially like this since I start talking back to them. Something Twitch doesn't do, but we're gonna talk about that later. To the top left, we got that legend right there, Montay.
What's up, everybody? We back again to start up some more smoke. I apologize in advance, for how y'all may feel about things I may have to say on this Just a Fan episode. But then again, it's not nothing different. Also, if I get to arguing, just know it is not my fault. I try to be as peaceful and understanding as possible, and it's not my fault that people sometimes feel the need to disagree. But it is what it is. No, I'm back again. Don't at me, just accept me. Appreciate y'all letting me in another day.
Speaking of people that upset him, to our top right, we have Tori.
Like Tori, the only one that has.
You already know. What'd you say, Joe? Wait.
You're only
my intro.
Ray.
Yeah. It's your friendly local neighborhood scumbag. Still friendly for a couple more weeks. Here to say whatever makes people uncomfortable and makes me laugh on the inside. You already know.
Dang.
And in the top middle, we have, you've seen him before, but maybe you haven't listened to that episode. But he's here. He's gonna be here a lot more, as often as he can. Sonny.
What's good? It's your boy Sonny D, back again with my boy Zelmae, Man Ray, Nico, and T. I'm gonna just call him T for short. He be doing too much when he gives his whole name. But yeah, out here just trying to enjoy the conversation, add a few things in, and be a front row seat just like you guys. So yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, so today I want to start out. Let me. I'm gonna do something right now that I try not to do. I said, hold off. You might have a chance, you know what I mean? Jussie Smollet, I want to talk to you. Baby girl, you know I love you, right? Baby girl, you know I love you, right? I watch every show, every movie. I watch all of it because I love you. And I realized something, that we might never be. So I gotta tell the truth. Your brother muff lie. So
Let's go.
No.
Turn up.
So
Turn up.
So Jussie Smollett is now on trial for basically making up a story that I knew wasn't true the time I heard it. I have never heard Sonny, you and Montay, Joe, Tori, I've never heard of racists having a noose and the nigga survived.
Locked and loaded.
And the nigga survived. I have never heard it in my life. So as he said that, I said something weird about this. You didn't, he had a noose and you survived?
In Chicago?
You had a noose and you survived?
After going to a Subway?
In the middle of January?
Now, if you would have escaped, I could have believed it, but you got jumped. They kicked you and beat you. That means you was on the ground. That means they had you. No way.
I've been stomped out before. It ain't that you don't come away looking that nice.
It ain't about that. It's if the racists got you, dog. With the news, you ain't escaping. I ain't never heard that before. I've been around all kind of old black people. I ain't never not once heard that. Not one. And
Did they escape the news?
yeah, but his trial is coming up. And I saw my baby out there. I was a little hurt. And then I realized I had to do it. I had to do it because I said I wasn't going to do it. I said I was going to defend him. But then I said I'm going to lie to myself. And I said I'm not going to lie to myself on this platform because I said I won't lie on this platform. So I was going to avoid it. And then I realized that me and you probably never have a chance. So then I just decided I didn't care no more. So, Montay,
Let's go.
what's your thoughts on the Jussie Smollet case?
I'm wondering why it took so long.
3
I'm
years.
gonna be real with that. I don't really
It
understand.
has been a while.
You know, I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it until, you know, it popped up, it's been started trying. I'm like, didn't they already square this away like 2 years ago? Bruh, I remember them discussing and talking about this before COVID. That let you know it done been a heck of a long time. And I don't really understand. I mean, this points to like another big issue with the justice system and how selective it is when it comes to certain cases, you know, being expedited, you know, extremely quickly. And certain cases come up, I done forgot about it. I mean, before COVID, bro, it's been 2 years. What is this? No, so I'm like, you know, at this point, it's just like, do we really need a court case for this? I mean, shoot, we know he lied. We know he done. I don't even, at this point, I don't even know the reason why you would want to act like you got jumped. We stopped doing that in college. Like, we really stopped doing this kind of stuff in college, bro. I got jumped by such and such. We stopped having them kind of beef in college. I don't really understand his
It was the
purpose
sexuality part that got him in there. Nothing like a little
bro.
virtue
Like, you know
symbol.
what? It is what it is.
Don't say it again.
I don't get why. I done forgot about it. At this point, you ain't got to show it on the news and nothing like that, bro. Just go ahead and just pop me an article about 2 weeks from now. Let me know what happened and be done with it.
How much did you find it?
I mean, really, like, to go on another record, just to ask a question, what do you do when somebody faked getting jumped? Like, what is the punishment for that? Like I'm dead. I'm straight serious. Like, what is the punishment for, you fake getting jumped and you paid these two dudes to act like they jumped you? What? How do you punish that? Like,
I want 10 years probation, no jail time.
Like, you got exposed, they kicked you off the show, all that. Like what do you really do? What is the purpose of a court case for this? That's not even better. What is the purpose of putting him in court? What is this?
It's a felony,
Really,
Montay.
what is this? At this point now, I thought about it, I'm really confused. Why is he in court? Like, why are we even going through with this?
We're setting a
What's the
precedent.
charge?
Montay, he black and gay. That's the president.
This has been another episode of Just a Fan. I appreciate y'all joining us today for this. You know, I'm done.
Yeah.
I've had my episode for the day. I'm good.
I got a rent too.
Hey,
Let's go. Rack City.
So my boy Joe to my right, he done took the jacket off because it done got hot up in there. He's about to do what I did and lose his shot at Journey. Journey, I do want to say this again. Please, I'm not advocating to go to jail. I'm just telling you the truth. I hope he get probation. Joe, go on your rant. Joe might lose a chance too. So this whole show,
Man, it's cool. After we just discussed on yesterday's episode, I'm sure that we can all make it to Russell Wilson and like level, like as long as we can still breathe. We all right.
Let's go.
This where I'm at. So, all right, it was already kind of sus, but He's
Kinda.
black. Just like the OJ thing. Even the benefit of the doubt. It was racially motivated. It has something to do with his wife and his white wife's lover. And we wanted benefit of the doubt. Beat the justice system.
He did.
So we get now. Let's not forget now, they hold that stuff against you for a whole bunch of years, and that's not fair because they have a statute, but statute of limitations. But that's okay. It's okay.
He was acquitted.
You gave us one, and that was his mistake. He should have never committed any. Like if he had stole some gum, he was gonna get 50 years. Anyway, that's just facts. They was waiting. They said,
yeah.
Yo, shout out to OJ right now. He doing his fancy football picks on Twitter. In some golf cart, so he living pretty all right. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I was gonna say, he had his crazy face.
He speaks on everybody's issues, and it's like, dude, you set yourself up every time you do these. Your comments is always filled with the word "kill" or choke on it.
He said, "I can't be in LA because I'm afraid I could be sitting next to the murderer."
Yo, this dude really living that like I gotta move out of LA because
shout out to OJ for getting away with murder though. That's how you game the system for real.
But to Joe point, go back to your point.
But to get to the point I was making, so we wanted to be on Jussie Smollett's side. I was like, hell yeah, even though it was suspect. Subway don't stay open till 2:00 in the morning. I don't care who you are. That. And what you go over there, carry yourself down there to get you a sandwich for. And then it's cold as hell. I've been off, y'all.
Bro, it's Illinois in the winter.
Go outside after the sun goes down in Chicago in January. There's no reason. You ain't gonna do it for Subway. You're not gonna do it. But let's talk about these bad people that jumped them.
The big buff Nigerian brothers.
I can't wait to see a black person tonight so I could pour bleach on them and drop a noose on them. It's gonna be hilarious. So that happens. Then it turns out it's two buff ass Nigerian dudes.
Yep.
And you wrote them a check. You wrote them a check. Like, if I was to ever do something,
I forgot how funny this case was.
Reason, because there's one more point I gotta hit on too, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. But if I was to ever do something like this for any of y'all that want to ever frame people for racial profiling or whatever the hell they are calling this, yes, I'm with you, Monray. I don't know what we're calling this yet, because he hasn't lied on stand, so it's not a perjury. So at least we have until at least tomorrow or something before he does the perjury part of it. But if it's me, I go to somebody completely unrelated because I'm rich. I'm rich-ish. And maybe it's in Wyoming or something. I say, hey, I have this money and I want you to cash this check, and then I want you to send this much amount to this Cash App or put it in your bank account and write it for anything. But he wrote a check. You can't write a check for that. But this what really happens to where it got out of hand, because now you got Kamala Harris speaking on it and all that, and she's like, "Oh, this is such a travesty." And where's she been at, by the way? Have y'all heard from the vice president?
She been dancing she been dancing in Indian country. Shout out to her, bro. She dancing in Indian. She black, she Asian, and she dancing in Indian country. She the most ethnic,
multicultural woman ever.
Yeah, multicultural melting pot. Woo!
And they got us because she was an AKA and she was a bad light skin. I can't. They was wrong for that. But the government be watching this. But that's what I got to say about the situation. None of it makes sense. It was a terrible plan. I can't wait to see what he goes on there and says.
I don't see the point.
How do you justify it?
I promise you, I didn't write these two Nigerian dudes that was extras on the show that I'm starring on. I promise I didn't. Ask them.
I promise you, I'd be in the courtroom like, bro, why are we in court? What is the charge? Like, what is the point of this?
Filing a false police report.
I was like filing a false police report.
I saw that.
Everything.
Yo, in all seriousness,
does that require a court?
Hey, just fine him, bro. Just give him a fine. That's what y'all gonna do anyway. Put him on probation 6 months and fine him. It took 3 years for a 6-month probation and a $100,000 fine to get the money back to the city they lost. That's all it's gonna be.
What if they smack him for 20 years just to prove a point against black people?
Oh, then we gonna ride. Then we against this.
Hit him because he's black and he's gay.
I will be beside Journey. I will be beside Journey Smollett. So support my brother.
You stand with Journey.
Yeah, I'm gonna be with Journey the whole time.
You gonna protect her.
I'm gonna support her from any weird Nigerian men that might want to
revenge.
Yeah, revenge on her. Yeah.
I mean, but he did already pay for losing. Well, shit, Empire's over anyway, so I don't know how long.
Yeah.
By the way, for y'all that don't understand that reference about me fighting 2 giant Nigerian men, go watch yesterday's episode. If it's in.
Lord.
That's where I'm at. I'm done with Jussie. I don't trust no nigga named Jussie anyway.
that name was crazy.
Yo, don't diss my future brother-in-law, Joe.
Jussie. I thought you came up on this.
Hey, Trevor, ain't no way to renege. You can't.
He shot the shot and reloaded the clip all in one sentence.
After listening to y'all, I feel better about my chances. I feel like I'm defending also. So I'm making a comeback. Okay, and Sonny, your thoughts on the justice?
Yeah. All right. So the charges are most likely disorderly conduct because I think that's the only thing you can charge him with for lying on like a police report or whatever like that. So it's nothing major. Yeah, it's felony, but he doesn't have a history of anything. So I don't. If they want to prove a point, yeah, they put him in there for 3 years, give him some house arrest, whatever. I just don't see the need at this point. Like, he already made a public embarrassment of himself. You know, everybody thinks he's a guy who cried wolf for no reason. I don't have a defense for the guy. All right. I kind of did like the dude at one point. Yeah, I just lost all respect for him. And it had nothing to do. You know, it had to do with with the show Empire, really, because I watched it for a little bit. And I'm gonna be honest, his character was such a cop-out in my mind. But beyond that point, I don't think it's like this doesn't need national attention. I feel like this is a smoke and mirror move.
Yeah.
You know, we got the Omarion virus coming out. They're trying to hush that down. Yeah, let's put Jussie on trial real quick. And
nice little distraction tactic.
Yeah, nice little distraction tactic. Now we're gonna have like
that was running with Epstein.
Yeah, she got a case too.
Hey, but no, the Ghislaine Maxwell trial is underway.
Yo, we can't talk about that too much because they will yellow check markers. So
you're right.
Yeah,
we know nothing about Ghislaine Maxwell and her running with Donald Trump and Bill Clinton on a plane. And that happened today, by the way. She was on a plane with the man who flew the plane, said she was with former presidents, celebrities, and all that on the plane with them. But I know nothing about none of that, YouTube. I know nothing about that. That
Go
case
to 14,
doesn't even exist.
Get your info right.
Yeah, that doesn't exist that Trump and Bill Clinton would. None of that exists. None of that. It did not happen.
That's gonna take this country down if it turns out all them prominent people was really.
It's coming, bro.
Joe,
just wait.
Joe,
that's the only reason they're not televising it.
Joe, they only gonna talk about Jussie Smollett right now. They waited 3 years to hold off.
That's it.
People being distractions for terrible white people stuff.
Oh, we in court. Everything I've heard is like, bro, why are we in court? Why is this a national thing? I'll be sitting here. If I cut on my television, I promise to God, if I cut on my television, bro, and I see that case on TV, bro, somebody's gonna have to answer this. Like, you're gonna have to explain why are we here. I couldn't be in there.
He made a mockery of the justice system.
What is the point?
You know how many fake police reports out here in the country out there?
I thought you were about to say, you know how many fake police reports out there
going on? I'm gonna be so. Why are we here?
And they're trying to make an example out of the black gay man.
Out of what?
and you know because this was something so unnecessary.
That's what you get for fake virtue signaling.
And was getting beat up by Terrence Howard. So that automatically brought you
Man.
attention. You didn't have to get fake beat up at Subway, bro.
By the Nigerian brothers with the noose.
But yeah, Sonny, what you saying? This Sonny.
Now I'm really with Montay on this. Like at this point, y'all could have settled. He had enough money to pay everybody off. Pay whoever we need to pay. And let's move on. Like I said, I think this is smoke and mirrors. Everybody watch. There's going to be a new bill passed. We're going to have a different strain of influenza. Some woman's going to have 27 children at one time. You know, it's going to be something that's about to happen at the turn of the new year. So, you know,
Hey,
you heard it here first.
somebody, let's go 14 Elite.
Yo, December 21st, we all get our superpowers again.
Again.
Yo, yo, by the way, I want to shout out to December 21st because that video actually did well for me and Joe. Both times, Joe, both episodes did well. It's like our highest episode because all the black people came on the show and like, yo, we getting superpowers. I'm like, you're not really getting superpowers. Okay. Tori,
But they had a dream.
Tori, what you doing December 21st? What superpower you getting?
You know how many times I've asked myself that question. There are so many useful superpowers.
Jussie Smollet superpower? You getting Jussie Smollet?
No, I ain't got that one because his superpower is kind of lame. Failed virtue signaling is not the superpower I'm looking for. Something more near omnipotence. Let me get that.
What you think about the Jussie Smollett case, Tor?
I think Joe hit the nail on the head for real. I mean, I wanted to go on trial because it's already been a circus, and what better way to end a circus than with the dang main show? I need him to take the stand and explain to the good people of Chicago, Illinois, why he made up this racial / homophobic attack that happened at a subway at 2 a.m. in Chicago in January.
This is gonna be the funniest like cross-examination I've ever seen.
Bro,
Gonna be like,
I need it.
on
You know what?
date, did you write a check? Did you?
And you know the Nigerian brothers got some crazy names like Mbaku and Igwe or something crazy.
Oh, they gonna tell on his ass.
Yo,
Oh, they're
listen.
snitching, bro.
Yo, listen.
They're
Ebro
snitching.
got in trouble. But Tinashe name, we support you African names.
Hey,
It is not ghetto
but
out here.
Tinashe is
Hell
kind
no.
of.
Hell,
Never mind. I got a mad. Nothing
Hell.
wrong with ethnic naming schemes over here.
Yeah. Ebro.
Politically correct.
Ibrahim. I hear dissing.
no.
Ibrahim, I hear dissing.
It's all
Tinashe
fun and
name.
games till your house gets robbed by a kid named Jamiroquai.
Okay, me and Tori take this to yellow check mark and bound. I will not even ask you to review this. Does y'all have complete reasons to make this yellow check mark? And it's probably my fault for the first time. Joe had a little bit to do with it. Montay and Sonny been good. So Montay and Sonny been good.
Oh, they
Ooh.
school Epstein too. Don't just put this on me. I'm gonna put it on
I said
Facebook.
me. I said
Hey.
Tori
only
automatically
thing
yellow.
me and
Taurus-
Sonny been talking about is the Omarion or the people from Omicron, Persei 8 or whatever. you
Oh,
wanna
let's go
call
on
it.
the Percy.
That's all we've been talking about. We ain't discussed nothing else.
I talked about that case about the other one that y'all know they ain't gonna like that.
Yeah, the one we can't pronounce.
Yeah.
You put so much relevance on it. You said we watching this when this is going on. I caught you.
Yo,
That's
yeah,
the
and it
truth, though,
was and it was
Hey,
assassins.
Sonny
Joe,
said it. Distraction tactics
Joe,
inbound.
it was an assassin. They had to protect her from assassins.
There's a reason.
Yeah, you didn't read it. They had to protect her from assassins in the jail.
I mean, they got to him.
Yeah, so they had to protect her from assassins. This is wild. Let's get to some more wholesome that YouTube will support, and that's supporting YouTube. YouTube, we love you. You are way better than Twitch because you listen to me when I
They can
ask you.
change the game.
Yeah, cause you YouTube, when I asked you to review the little yellow check mark, you did it, and you like, I saw nothing wrong with this video, and I appreciate you for that. Cause in 2010, all it was twerking and people fighting.
World Star.
Yes.
World Star.
Yeah,
Hey.
then World Star came and YouTube like, we gotta change the game a little more. We gonna pay
R.I.P.
y'all.
Don Q.
So we gonna do some pranks. That's the YouTube era. They
Nothing
did
like fake pranks.
They was in Compton and getting punched in the face, and then all of a sudden everybody became a vlogger.
Hey, the vlog era was lit though.
Yeah, David Dobrik, Logan Paul, Jake Paul.
Well, okay, I wouldn't think about them vlogs. Them ended badly.
Hey, they became. Then you had the boxing phase, and now everybody is doing reaction videos. And Mr. Beast is doing whole productions, and YouTube is a lot harder than it used to be.
Best in the game.
YouTube used to be just get your camera, put a video out, and put it on there. Now, thanks to Logan Paul and David Dobrik and all the rich YouTubers, now everybody expect productions.
Production value is everything.
Like,
can't use my Android camera anymore.
Yeah, and Mr. Beast is what we talking about. We're gonna talk about how YouTube changed over the years, and and I just want to mention mine before we go to other people. But Mr. Beast basically made remade a whole movie. And
he did a good job, man.
He made a whole movie, and it looked as good as the movie did. And the movie took 10 years, and it took him like a few months. So Mr. Beast, the production value on the YouTube, I apologize. We even got these little 3D backgrounds now with logos, and we talking to each other from Indiana to Mississippi to Jackson to. This is actually incredible that we can even get this much of a production. But wait till we grow. I'm gonna show you what we got. But
yeah, Mr. Beast is a crazy case though.
Yeah, Dr. Disrespect put a lot of his too, and a lot of YouTubers.
R.I.P. Dr. Disrespect's career though.
Oh, he doing good now. YouTube and Twitch, he kind of.
Yeah, Twitch. That's a conversation to be had at some point too. How YouTube could put Twitch out of business with a few simple changes.
They're not gonna do it.
Ludwig just did some. He got an extension on his app. He just signed with YouTube. They're signing a lot of big name streamers.
Hey, they're making the moves though. Yeah. They've signed more than a few streamers.
Yeah, they signed some big names. They're trying to add to the chat. So shout out to YouTube. Me and Joe and Bree and Wes might start going live with Keep It 99 Live. We might bring that back. One day we got to discuss what day we're gonna do this. So I'll tell you around the holidays when we're gonna do that. So be ready for that for the live show. So I hope to have. We got the member button. Hit that like and subscribe. The notification bell. We got the join button if you want to join. Merch link and buy all that regular stuff. But we're gonna start with Joe this time. Joe, what do you think about the changes in YouTube over the years and Mr. Beast and all the new production and what you remember from childhood and all that?
YouTube was like, it used to be like kind of hard to access, and like it wasn't nothing but just random viral. Man, YouTube was one big Tosh.0 episode, and that's all it was. And
facts.
Squirrel doing this, cats doing that. Like, so YouTube, I wasn't checking for YouTube, but at some point, like they start showing Goku and Vegeta versus Cooler, and I was like, oh, the whole fight, because and they started showing stuff from overseas, and that was kind of dope. And then YouTube didn't grow on me like super tough until like probably 2014-ish, 15, when it was more open for people to upload videos. Like nobody had the technology to upload videos for a while. Like
smartphone
webcam. Like the video would take forever to load if you could ever get one. I remember my first video.
Dial up.
One of my first videos was actually it was Prison Tales and Betty White's story, and I was at a Journeys. Speaking of Journey, I was at a Journeys, and my guy who was the where they sell the vans and stuff at Journeys, the store.
Yeah. The one in the mall.
He was just letting me remember malls? YouTube was there. But anyway, yeah, we had like a whole I used to put up skits, and like he was getting hundreds of views off of that just for me just talking stuff about peaches that I went to prison with, but don't worry about that. But at any rate, it's a good story. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube at some point. But but yeah, man, it changed a lot. It's more accessible, so people can put more stuff on there, and more different, and a bigger variety of people can put stuff on there that you're like, oh, I'm fascinated in this, and I didn't even know it. So like me personally, right now, I'm super into people defending their First Amendment rights and talking crazy to the police because they can.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that was a thing. But it's like you learn all these different. It's educational. changing breaks. You can look up change breaks on YouTube, and it's a step by step. Like YouTube's just evolved into being that one stop shop. And if I'm not mistaken, Google runs YouTube as well, correct?
Yeah, we get checks. That's what we get our checks by if they do. So on your check, you're gonna say Google.
Shout out to Google doing what they do, but that's how YouTube changed to me. It just became more accessible, and more people could allow for themselves to let them to form a platform. And I get upset about like Facebook and Twitter, because back in the day I used to be like super popping, but after they changed it to the algorithm thing, it wasn't you just happen to be looking at YouTube, not YouTube, but you just happen to be looking at Twitter at 11 o'clock in the morning. Now it's like you're gonna see my tweet 17 hours ago. So I mean, now that's the thing I don't like about YouTube a little bit, is the algorithm. But at the same time, it's amazing that they have an algorithm, because it is showing you what you want to see.
Yeah. By the way, Jack Dorsey. Quick note: Jack Dorsey retired as CEO from Twitter, and Twitter implemented a lot of rules that a lot of y'all ain't gonna like. So,
man,
if you take a picture of somebody without their consent, it can be banned. So, good luck on Twitter.
They went the platform.
A lot of y'all said y'all wanted Jack Dorsey gone. The day he gone, okay. Tori, your thoughts on YouTube and over the years, and how Mr. Beast and how everybody kind of changing the game?
Well, the story of YouTube as a whole, just us being the first generation that really got to see it, is super cool, because, like Joe said, YouTube started out as just like this random receptacle for viral videos, and now it's literally become a tool that you can use to learn how to do anything, or you can see anything short of pornography, or sometimes you can see that, and it's just masked in a crazy way. But YouTube has literally went through all the phases, and Mr. Beast is he's a good point for like the YouTube victory story, I feel like, because like he's got a video, I believe it's like a video to himself in 5 years, from 5 years ago, and he's like, oh, I hope I have at least 1 million subs by now. He's like, if I don't have 1 million subs by now, he's like, I wasted my time. And if like you look at him now, he's got almost 90 million subs, literally spending millions of dollars per video. Literally, he's given millions of dollars away to his subscribers. Like, the fan base actually makes money. So I mean, it's a big difference from everybody, from a lot of YouTubers, is it? But the fact that he's able to do that from YouTube says the world. When we know original YouTubers, they wouldn't make it nowhere near Mr. Beast or FaZe Banks or fucking any of these super big YouTubers, Moist Critical, nothing close to this kind of money. So it's a amenable get rich quick scheme now, which is crazy if you really think about it, if you're willing to put the work in. So I guess it's not really get rich quick, but it's a vehicle to where you could actually become a rich person, as opposed to just being a random place where you uploaded some videos.
Mr. Beast's video Tori is talking about is high me in 5 years. He posted it 5 years ago, set it to go the day he posted 5 years ago. And he was like, I hope you're doing well on this platform. Hope you're still here. And he did all that, and it's kind of dope that he actually had a video uploaded from 5 years ago to say, hey, look where you at now. And I'm like, and now he got a video that did like 100 million in 2 days. So
126.
Right. Yeah.
And then got 9 million subs off of it.
Analytics going wild.
Crazy.
He spent $2 million on it. He made it back. So
he made it back.
I'll say this about
his brand deals alone.
Most of his like best ones is him giving out money. Now I know that a lot of that come from sponsors, but he's like, hey, if you do this, here's $100,000.
The Lamborghini, whoever.
Bro, I watched him give away a whole car lot's worth of cars to random people.
Yeah, I know it's crazy. Mr. B said he was motivated by Logan Paul and Jake Paul in the Logan Paul podcast. Because Jake Paul did a fake skit where he was like stuck in the White House or something. Remember that when they actually came by and asked him, would you really? Joe, white people, wow. But Jake Paul essentially said, I stayed in the White House for like. I
mean, we all remember how Logan Paul got super famous.
Yeah,
we all remember that Forrest video.
Oh yeah, he went from he went to the most famous YouTuber in the world.
That was next level, bro.
That passed pretty.
I don't even know.
By the way,
that was more scumbaggery than even I'm amenable to.
Oh yeah, so he did it.
He's my hero, though.
he really made it.
Shout out Logan Paul.
Yo,
way to game the system.
Yeah, I shut him out for giving KSI credit for, like, hey, you
hey,
can't
he helped KSI blow for real.
I thought he gave KSI credit for him and him get over. He like, hey, if you didn't tell me to box, I don't know what I could have did on YouTube because I didn't know how to do nothing but vlog. So, and when I vlog, I do crazy stuff.
I think the vlog set him over the top more than the KSI fight.
Yeah, so Logan basically told KSI, if you didn't tell me to box, I would still be trying to make a video to go viral and do anything. So I got to be able to focus and not do that no more because, and I get what he's saying, because once you be successful and you keep kind of top yourself, sooner or later you gonna do something crazy. Like I gotta do something for attention.
Diminishing returns.
Yeah, because if I keep doing regular vlogs, if I buy a bus and almost hit a homeless person, I gotta somehow top this. So let's go to Japan and do some wild. So,
it was like I said, there wasn't no topping that vlog.
Yeah, so he got off the They say he's more focused and doing better now, and I always wish that for everybody. So, Sonny, your thoughts on YouTube and the progress it's made?
Yeah, so YouTube's like the little friend I grew up with. All right. Even early YouTube. Yeah, it was a lot of viral videos and things of that nature, but it was the first way that I could.
It's some OG
chocolate rain.
Sonny.
Yeah.
Sonny, you know the rules. Chris Smooth, that's 2010, boy.
Chris Smooth. Listen though, and that was the thing. So I actually had an early video on YouTube. Can't find it now. It's not up anymore. But it was a new dance that I made. It was around the dance craze. You know, everybody doing the bird walk, everybody doing
jerking cruise and bounds.
I made something called the G skip. It didn't go over, but I was there. I did it, right? I did it. I was into the community, and at that time, it was also my place to be introduced to music. I didn't come from a place to where I could really accessibly have money to get CDs because we were still buying CDs at the time, or I had to pirate something off the MP3. YouTube, find that song. It's on an AMV somewhere. We can strip it, put it on. You know what I'm saying? All my tech genius came from learning how to rip songs off YouTube, right? So it was like a coming of age deal with me. Like I grew up with it, and to watch it evolve, to go from that phase to where we're just putting out entertainment that we're ripping off of other things that are mainstream, and putting our own little twist in it to our own expression of it, and then really taking that ball and running with it. Right, I do remember the phase when anime came in. Right, because it started with AMV. Like there was a lot of, you would set a Dragon Ball Z reel to
Reigns music.
Right, exactly, or to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So that came in and it opened my eyes to that. I was able to go to a completely different community that I had nothing about, and it stuck with me. So really and truly, like it was a real social site. Because I got to see what other people from other parts of the world were into or could create. And like I said, it blossomed like to where it is now. People are really getting jobs as producers, as rap artists, as entertainers on multiple different ways by what they've been able to do on that platform, right? How they were able to captivate audiences, not just virally, but continue to keep it up. Some people that never would have got a look.
Is key.
Yeah. Some people have never would have even gotten a look, any other avenue. It was a vehicle not only to make money, and not only to create fame, but like Mr. Beast, inspire. And I love what it is now to a big extent. I'm still very active on it. I don't put videos up. I haven't made videos in a while, because like I said, it wasn't pretty. And I never learned editing as much as I should, but that whole community of influencers that go and do things like Mr. Beast does, to even those that are
he cleaned the whole beach,
right? Even those that are a little more risque, a little more frowned upon, like Nuxanor and things of that nature, right?
Yeah,
I'm down with it. Like I'm so glad that there's a platform for that, and it's as wide and as range as it is now. Yeah, man. Get to your bag, especially if you can do it this way. There's no better way. There's no better way than finding a way to create something that's a part of you, that's your work, that you only get credit for, and somebody says, "All right, because you've reached enough people with it, because there's enough eyes, because they gave you the watch time and use our platform, we're gonna give you a check." I mean, that's smooth for me. That's smooth.
Yeah, when YouTube first started, you did it for free. And
absolutely.
And you did it because you like making videos. And then they got advertisers. Then you got advertisers. So people
AdSense made stuff real, huh?
Yeah, when Google bought it, they gave you AdSense so they can put commercials and stuff on your platform. Therefore, you could grow yourself and become something that you would have never been able to do unless you went through somebody else to do it.
Right. Listen, when you get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, you made it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yo, I see so many people, bro. They don't even have it. They don't even put. They don't even use.
Or G Fuel. If you got the G Fuel discount code, next level.
Manscaped.
You made it.
Don't Manscaped.
You made it.
Manscaped the 4.0.
You got Manscaped.
We're getting free promo.
And by the way, you know what's dope about that?
I'm trying to get a Manscaped. Look at my beard. We need the sponsorship.
And you know what's dope about that? They go directly to you, and YouTube don't even get money sometimes on those particular.
Oh yeah, the ad deals are
so you get the AdSense from YouTube for the video, and then you get that if you grow enough. So we're trying to do what we're trying to do with this channel. Money. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do with this channel, trying to grow it. So I'm looking forward to that. And by the way, and YouTube over the years, it has really good. Like we saw, we went from Chris Smooth, you know the rules, DJ Academics. Now you got people doing whole productions of stuff. You still got the reaction channels. To Sunny Point, and then we're gonna go to Montay, and then we gotta talk about Christmas, and we're gonna start with Montay on that one too. To Sunny Point, we went from Joe, we went from where you could watch the video to AMVs to now they make their own. What, Dragon Ball AF?
Yeah,
it's so funny.
Yeah, they make their own anime based off the anime you got. They even make their own stories now. So now you can create your own story, and the access to stuff like Blender, Adobe Premiere that only you could get if you work for somebody, you can get it yourself and put it up.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
Goes back to Joe's accessibility line.
Yeah, and you can now, like you said, you can do rappers and anything, because now they signing YouTube rappers because labels are lazy, and they always been lazy, but now they don't have to develop you. You come with a
I was gonna say A&R is dead.
Yeah, so you just get on in there. Oh, he popping.
Social media changed that.
Get on SoundCloud. Oh, he popping. We just gonna sign him, so we ain't gotta do no work. So
he already got a following. Audience is built in.
So Montay, years of YouTube, how it's done changed over time, because we gotta be wholesome before we upset people on Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't upset nobody.
And we ain't trying to get that yellow check mark, so we doing a lot of sucking up to YouTube.
All hail YouTube.
I mean, I'm happy where, for the most part, I'm happy where YouTube is now, because in its infancy,
bring back fights.
I remember where YouTube, speaking of fights, I remember where YouTube, when it first came out, was like, in my view, it was competing with like World Star. Like YouTube was like, the nice version. You see all like the regular video and stuff, people being goofy, but you go to World Star, see that good stuff, that crazy
nothing
stuff,
like a little bit of ratchet,
all the other kind of stuff. And then after a while, YouTube just blew up to where like, okay, it became something that you can make into your own. Like it's like, okay, I can be. It became a career for people. Like, and that's what surprised me the most. It's gone from like being something on the side, something extra, to be something that you could actually make a livelihood off of, whether it be just something temporary now to where something that you can have and invest in it for like years down the line and everything, to where it's beneficial for anybody to just throw some videos out there, just to, not even just on YouTube, but just on the social media thing itself, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. If you can just find a way to get monetized on any of these, like it benefits you greatly. So I'm happy with what it is. The only thing about YouTube as of now is probably like some of the restrictions and some of like the the hoops you almost have to go through for like some of the stuff you want to do or some stuff you get monetized. But I understand why it is for the most part. It needs to be the way it is. So I don't really have too much of an issue. Just sometimes they do be running out, but it's like, yeah, well, with big powers and big things, sometimes things do go through the cracks. Like, but once you get to be like one of them big figures, or once you get to a certain place, you can do great things. Like even like Mr. Beast, And I can tell you right now, Mr. Beast, I have no problem with what he did. Like people had and that's the thing that the YouTube culture has grown. It's also, I say, it's attributed to like the cancel culture, because once you have more exposure to things, you have more people that have an opinion about those very things. So it's helped grow that culture. Like Mr. Beast, for example, there was a lot of people that, tried to get him canceled because he wanted to make a live action version of Squid Games with his own money. And I'm just looking like, people need to get a life. Like if he wants to do a live action version of Squid Games, which he actually did it, and like it's on YouTube now, and he gave people prize money for it, and they didn't do everything exactly like real dangerous ways and all that. It was more or less like a game show, but it was basically Squid Games, and he gave people money for it. And I'm just like, people need to get a life, because I'm like, y'all want to jump him for like what he chose to do with his money, when majority of these other YouTubers is making, millions of dollars. You ain't jumping down their throat for whatever they choose to do and not do. And heaven knows, I'm going ahead and tell you now, heaven knows, if I get to a place in YouTube where I'm making millions of dollars, y'all might as well go ahead and get the pitchforks, go ahead and get the campfires ready, go ahead and get the steaks and everything, because there's going to be many of anime paraphernalia I'm probably going to get created just in of itself. I love donating to like charities and everything, but if I get like a live action Gundam like it's in Japan right now, and I put that mug on my front yard, don't y'all come for me. Right, I'm gonna get in my robot and I'm gonna
celebrate it.
Go ahead and manifest. Don't do this.
Manifesting Gundams for everybody.
Like if they're not doing nothing wrong to anybody, I don't really see the point of coming at them for any reason. And that's my only real drawback of like the YouTube and the culture, is help to create, but that's not something that they can control. Other than that, YouTube in and of itself, it's become a great thing, man. It's just, we got to be wise, because now social media is basically only owned by about 3 people. So, a lot of these CEOs have retired. Like we were talking about, Twitter CEOs retired, Instagram CEOs retired a few years ago. I mean, Zuckerberg ain't going nowhere, and the only thing he trying to do at this point is get us into the get us into the Matrix. I mean the metaverse. My bad.
Yeah, they all saying metaverse too. Like it's weird. I'm like, why everybody metaverse?
It's the Matrix, bro.
The metaverse is live.
It's the Matrix, bro. The movie ain't coming out for no reason, bro. Oh, dang, my bad. Dang.
By the way, the CFO, CNBC, the CFO of Walmart, and the CFO of Goldman Sachs all retired.
Yeah, also Jeff Bezos of Amazon, also the CEO of Microsoft. Yeah, a lot of them have retired around the last few years. Strange, ain't it? So
get out while we're getting good.
So, when this shift comes towards what you need to be investing in and then what social media you need to be looking into, hey,
invest in Bitcoin.
Research, because all of them ain't retiring for no reason.
Get your NFTs.
Everybody looked at them crazy 10 years ago when they said invest in Bitcoin.
Get your foot in the door now.
Don't
changes happen. Because Twitter already gonna let you know what you can't do. The rest of them gonna do it too.
Montay, remember, bro, when we was in Hattiesburg back in 2012, and everybody told you to get Bitcoin for like $5. If we would have did that, we could have had a whole Bitcoin, dog. That would have been.
Trevor, I ain't never tell you. 2010, I got a proposition because I had my extra money to go mine at that time. A friend of mine that was in computer science and stuff like that. His father was one of the, I think, does he still have that company? But that was mining it, right? 25 cents. I had to get all the, the computer software stuff. So it's gonna be like 4 or 5K I'm gonna have to drop. But I had it. If I did that,
should have.
I was dumb. I didn't know nothing about that.
I ain't gonna lie, I did too. I regret that.
We all had the opportunity, bro. If only.
To this day, you know what the hell they talking about. Y'all made a PlayStation game and called it money. That's all. What is Bitcoin? That's why I don't get it.
It's a cryptocurrency, and now that you got a crypto, I mean, people should have known it was real. When they changed the name of that stadium in LA to Cryptocurrency Stadium, bro, that's when you know the money's real.
Joe, LeBron playing Crypto Stadium. You got to get with it now.
Crypto Stadium. I can only imagine the politics in the streets that are going to go behind the Crypto Stadium.
Joe, your favorite player plays in Crypto Stadium.
The U.S. dollar, the debit card, the credit cards, all going to be obsolete.
Inflation is high. Inflation is high, Joe. We got to do something.
Stealing money. It don't make no goddamn sense. They really programmed the money and start telling you niggas it's worth $1 million.
Yo, no, they really just made it work. The blockchain is crazy.
People
the value's there so far. I mean, it can't be disputed.
No, like I said, they gave you a piece of paper and told you it worth $100.
Yeah, let's say it's the same principle, just digital.
And not worth $100. This is a note, a promissory note to say that this bill is up to a value of $100.
So I think it's crypto as a currency that people accept now for something. They actually, this year the first year I took it seriously because they accept it now everywhere. Like I can literally like Cash App. You literally can donate me, give me $500 of Ethereum on. I was gonna say
you can buy crypto on Cash App now. Robinhood sort of changed the game too.
Joe, you can buy a car with crypto right now. You can go to the thing actually say I got Bitcoin on my phone and send it to them.
So you could have bought a car in 2016.
You can buy a planet with crypto.
Crypto to have an infinite amount. There's nobody that's smart enough in this world that can do that since they made it in the first place.
It's not in the technology to do it. That's why it's worth so much. Is the way that the blockchain works. Is that
you have to mine it, Joe, like you doing gold. You have to get on the computer and run your run that graphics card into the dirt until it don't work.
I was about to say till there is nothing left but the key elements.
I don't know what's going on, but your GPU, which is a very powerful thing, because I got a 2060. Some people be like, that's a weak trash one. That's a mid one. But that thing will run into the dirt quick, and it will be non-effective. You can't even play games on it, and yet
there's been whole warehouse fires from the blockchain.
Yeah, so it takes power to do it. You ain't finna put you can't put your regular computer into it. Trust me. If you got a regular computer,
2010, you needed like some Alienware compatible computer, something like that.
And now you need way more than that.
And they didn't have that many, so it was harder to think. So they actually made it hard to get. It made it valuable. It's strange to me too, but hey, if they accept it now, it
was meant to decentralize the goddamn currencies. I mean, it's sort of done that.
Yo, and them people overseas be killing to do it, boy. They be. It's a guy that do giveaways that I be doing on Twitter, Joe. He actually give to people like Indonesia that want it. They actually got a crypto that's only available over there because they can't take the dollar. So he actually send it through that crypto so they can actually get money. So it's kind of dope that way too. So it is. Well,
isn't that like the dude who caught Tom Brady's 600th football? Gronk and Mojo Rawley bought that football off of him with like crypto.
Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers
one Bitcoin. I think it was only one.
Yeah, but think he caught that football and one Bitcoin's still like 60K, 80K right now. So I mean, they're gonna sell the ball for like 500K. So he got ripped off in the long run. But when he first sold it, everyone thought he got over 60, 80K for a football is not bad.
I thought he was crazy. I'm like, brain, no way.
And by the way,
Tom Brady's 600 football, you should have held it.
By the way, Aaron Rodgers, Odell Beckham get paid in crypto now. So
that's what I was gonna say. You know, it's real when athletes start taking payment in it.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know if it's a good time to actually take it because it's very high right now.
Yeah, crypto's expensive.
Yo, I put like $10 when it low bottom out to like 18K. And that's back at the 16. Now it's up now it's at 60K, and I'm like, should I take it out now? Nah, I might wait till it dip again and put a lot more in. But
it's crazy because just last year people were getting in at 5, 10K. Like the jump has been astronomical, super fast.
Yeah, they said if you did Doge when you got
at the beginning.
No, when you got that check, that 1,200, if you would put it in there and you would have took it out at its height.
Oh.
You would have made $650,000, and you could have actually took it out. So that's how you game it, Joe. You can actually get rich because rich people pay you for it. Now you can get scammed too because scammers will make a Bitcoin and then put your money out. And then they'll
or
take
NFT
all the money
scams are big right now. Yeah. Lots of NFT.
So
scams.
I don't really mess with many coins outside the ones that been here since 2010, which is Ethereum and Bitcoin.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ethereum, Bitcoin, and there's one other. It's Light.
Chainlink. I mess with Chainlink too.
It's like something.
Yeah, Ripple died, so yeah.
So
put that shit on my debit card and let me go about my business.
Joe said, "Listen, it's too much. We're not doing new currencies right now."
Now they said I make 25 an hour. I expect that.
Well,
tell them you wanted
if
Bitcoin.
If you got in Bitcoin when it was 20,000 and you would have saved it all, you would have had 6 times. You would have had right now about what 4 times, 3 times as much.
Them broke.
Yeah.
They got no Bitcoin. Pay nobody.
There's a guy who lost a laptop that had like 600K in Bitcoin on it back in like 2012. Think about that.
Oh, he's mad, man. We gonna talk,
he's super, bro.
That wasn't even Bitcoin wasn't even on the topic list, but somehow we got
crypto's taking over.
We want to talk about what you love, and Montay, what you love and what you hate about Christmas.
Bah humbug.
The turkey.
Me and Montay finna agree. Bah humbug.
Bah humbug. I'm gonna be real with you. I like food. I ain't gonna lie about that. I like the spending time with family. That's what I like. But a lot of holidays, I ain't gonna say a lot, but a good chunk of the holidays had that centered with them. So I don't really just attribute that to Christmas personally. Personally about Christmas, if you want me to be 100% honest with you, it really ain't much I like about it. I'm just not even gonna lie to you, because I mean, you give presents, you end up giving a lot of presents and then you receive some. But ultimately, I'm not even the type of person that really just big on gifts like that. So I'm just like, to me, that and the Christmas is almost another day. Like, it is what it is. Like I said, I enjoy the togetherness of it and spending time with family and stuff. I like that part. But just ultimately, or values that's a part of, not really counting the Christian ones. That has questions about it itself, depending on how you feel about it.
Real conversation.
The other pagan rituals when it comes to it, buying gifts to everybody, spreading the holiday cheer, spending a lot of money. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a hot take. I'm finna piss off a lot of people.
Jesus
really
born in the summer.
Nah, I ain't.
And he wasn't white.
This might be debatable. I don't know if any of y'all have thought about this, but I was having a conversation with with somebody probably a couple days ago, and I told them this 100% honestly. I have no intention of teaching my child about Santa Claus whatsoever. Matter of fact,
hot take.
He's not real.
Because I refuse.
I refuse to like. I don't even.
Some white man brought you these presents.
I mean, for one thing, I'm not going to give some glory of me the gifts that I done spent my hard-earned money for and all my effort and time for to try to make my child happy and give that glory to some mythological figure. I mean, that's for one thing. But two, I don't like the idea of lying to my child, building up an idea in their head only to break their heart later on in life. Why would I do that? That's stupid to me. That don't even make sense.
Super pragmatic of you.
So,
I respect it.
Ultimately, in that reasoning, I'm just gonna be like, my child come up to me and they're gonna be like, hey, what's this? What's all this about? Oh, this is a holiday that people celebrate. One when they celebrate Jesus' birthday, and then they also have this story about like this giant old man that comes down the chimney, which we don't even have chimneys in most houses nowadays, so that's already out the picture. They come down the chimney and come to your house and leave you Christmas presents. Vanilla, is that real? No, it's not real, son. But a lot of people try to act like it is, so I'm gonna be real with you, son. It's not real. Don't even bother with it. And like, what if you tell the other kids at school about all the time? So, what? Like, I don't care about that. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you. Like, one, that's not really my issue. But I'm gonna be real and tell my child, yeah, everybody else believes it. So I would advise you not to tell them everybody else that. But I'm gonna be responsible for my child, and I don't like lying to my child. I don't like building up false dreams in their head to break it later. Why would I do that? When I don't even have to hurt their heart, hurt their lives, anything of that nature. It defeats the purpose for me. Especially for a holiday that has so many things around it and that's involved with it. Well, I'm gonna worry about a giant white old man in a red Christmas suit. That's not even the purpose of the holiday. So if people are really gonna get upset, like, oh, you should teach them about Santa Claus. Man, whatever. No, we're gonna sit and watch these same Christmas movies and whatever case may be, it's on TV at the time. Now it's that buy a Christmas tree, cool, buying a Christmas tree, whatever case may be. Really ain't gotta do that to be real with you, but when you got the family thing, you want to show togetherness and love, and I appreciate all that. But fat white dude in the suit, giving Christmas presents that I done paid for. Sorry, that ain't finna happen. I'm gonna be real with you.
Joe, I didn't know.
Merry
Do you
Christmas,
agree,
everybody.
Joe? I didn't.
I 100% agree.
Oh yes, I got thumbnail. Yes.
Let's go.
I 100% agree with mom because I work too hard. I work too hard for my money. I'm not about to sit up here and lie and say and tell you a European bought you your stuff, cuz. You know we gonna have a. I ain't from none of them places like Jussie Smollett's suspects, but
Santa Claus is Nigerian.
I believe in some Kwanzaa stuff. I think, and much. I'm 100% in agreement. I'm not lying to them. I worked hard and bought.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody.
Yeah. Yo.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I'm at. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, that's the only thing I hate about it is lying. The only reason that I was going to do this whole Santa Claus is real thing is because I was at youth group at the church house one day on a Wednesday, and it was like, you going to hell if you tell your kids it's Santa. I said, for what? They said, because it's a lie, and if you lie, you go to hell. I walked out of there so quick and went on about my business. I said,
I'm going to hell.
I said, I'm done with y'all. So that's my, but at the end of the day, then I started working and I was like, man, I'm not about to put this, they gonna love me for this PlayStation 7. I don't care. Forever. You know what I'm saying? Just like I tell my grandparents, thank you so much for that PlayStation 2. Oh my God, I love you. That Dreamcast. My grandpa took me to Kmart to get my Dreamcast. Took me right before Christmas. And I take that lie back. I went to Sears to get my Dreamcast with Sonic Adventure. And yeah, 100%. I thank that man for that to this day, because ain't nobody come down no chimney like he just got. The supply chains is jacked up. Santa Claus can't just, don't got the technology for PlayStation 5s and stuff like that, man. Santa Claus is running low. Come on, man.
The Melvins ain't built that.
The lies got to get extravagant, bro.
I'm with that.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all a thumbnail. It's a little thing before. I'm gonna get a picture of the Grinch and I'm gonna erase his face and I'm gonna overlay it and put Joe there. So, but y'all know it. Y'all seen the thumbnail, so that's what we're gonna do. I was so excited that he was Grinch because to get Grinch. Joe is just a fan.
Nothing like Grinch Joe.
Yeah, we take it to the next step. We ain't just gonna put his head. We're gonna integrate him into the Grinch.
Oh, so Joe's rocking green face on the thumbnail.
Yeah, and Jussie Smollet gonna hold a Bitcoin. So this gonna be thumbnail.
That's whoever wants to talk about Christmas next. I'm good at this point.
All right, Sonny, what you love and hate about Christmas? Be the elf.
Y'all ready for a rant?
The Santa.
Y'all ready for a rant?
Yeah.
Because this is one of the things. All right. So first off, I may even go as far as this, okay? I don't know what black person decided to adopt the Santa Claus moniker, but we need to jump them, okay? Santa Claus
same
never
one
made
that
for a black
adopted
person.
white Jesus.
Never. Thank you. Never made for a black person. No, ain't for anybody. It was fake, all right? Logistically don't make sense. There ain't no chimneys in the South like talking about, all right? He ain't coming through no front door. The ghetto barely gets any Christmas gifts, and I know some of them kids was good, right? So what's going on? I was told a lie from the door, and I knew it very early. I didn't believe it. I don't agree with the commercialism of it. All right. First and foremost, we have enough issue when it comes to grown folk pedophilia and suggestive thoughts, suggestive things, suggestive ideology, right? Why we still letting our kids go take a picture with Santa Claus at the mall? I'm just being real. That's a whole grown man that decided to get in a suit for whatever purposes for your child to sit there and get a nice little picture to send to the family members that don't even really want to come see you on that day, which is another thing. Why do companies think that, okay, because this is a commercial, I don't even know why some companies let people get off. I don't get to get off because I work at a casino resort. Once again, we don't stop for anything. But so there's that. Like who says that particular date, besides the religious part of it, which we could touch on that if you want to as well. But to me, it just never made sense. What benefit did we get out of it? We became really poor around this time of year. If you had money, if you didn't have money, you looked really sad. Your children suffered. Or, they end up doing those little Christmas drives, which I was a part of a lot. The community got together or some little organization got together, Toys for Tots, whatever, got a bunch of money together, gave you a couple dollars and say, here you go, have a good little Christmas. No, that's horrible. That's ridiculous. I don't like very much about Christmas. The food, sure, I get the same food on Thanksgiving, you know, or another time around. You know, it's hot food. It's gumbo. You get your turkey.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm part Native American. I'm kind of not offended.
Boom. You see what I'm saying?
Zell, are you secretly on the Native American Health Council?
Nah, my grandpa really named Max Seabury, so he real life a Choctaw. Like my great grandma's reservation where she was when she put it down.
I'm trying to figure out who's really backing this right now, because a lot of these kids don't even believe in Santa Claus no more. It's all
a big corporate shill.
They do when they get They do when they get gifts.
I'm gonna speak on that in a minute. Don't worry about it. This is gonna be part of what I like about Christmas. Come from my childhood.
Okay.
Coin. They know that.
Yeah. If I gotta give a like, I have to. Yeah, I'm gonna keep thinking on it because I don't like anything. I don't like none of the plays. I don't like none of the music. Church services last too long or really redundant. They all saying the same thing. Like all of it's just kind of really crappy. In my mind. Sorry to be, another
baby was born.
Huh?
A baby was born every Christmas.
There's a bunch of babies born on Christmas, right? And we want to talk about let's talk about that. A baby was born. He was conceived, right? Of a virgin's mother, right?
In the summer.
Okay. Listen though. We celebrate the death. The death is what makes us a fit, right? It's not the birth. The conception started the process of all the hurt.
It was immaculate
for those in that time. You know how many kids was killed around that time, supposedly, because the Christ was coming? You know how many abortions happened? But we celebrating it. Oh, okay.
You talking to the conservatives right now,
huh?
Talking to the conservatives out here.
Yeah.
Very conservative show today. Very conservative show. We had to get a shot in at the conservative.
Man, I got Oni Musha too, man.
Okay, Tori, and then I'm gonna respond to one thing Sonny said one thing Sonny said is why I like Christmas. I'm gonna explain it in detail. But Tori,
I dislike Christmas in general. I mean, it's the religious component for me. I can't even front. It's all a big joke in the end. I know my parents were always very straightforward about where my presents came from. I mean, it's all cool. I look at it like this: if you want to let your kids believe, that's your choice. But don't expect them to for too long in this day and age. And sort of, it's really just a corporate sellout day. It's really just another reason for you to spend money socially.
Capitalism.
Bah humbug.
It's the number one capitalism.
Capitalism is king, especially here in America.
Christmas is number one in America.
Facts.
I call it Xmas just because I live in a super conservative white state, and nothing makes them more uncomfortable than when you take the Christ out of Christmas. So I do it at every chance.
Oh, Don Trump finna write a speech on you today.
Hey, let's
go. Trying to take away Christmas. It's Tori.
Catch me on Twitter.
Trump. Afro comes.
I'm celebrating triple Xmas.
A lot of them conservatives will celebrate with you, even though they will denounce you out in public.
I was about to say, they out here peeing on people for fun. They ain't denouncing me for nothing I do.
Yeah, they gonna do it.
Let's go.
All right, now let's talk about the Sonny point. Sonny made a point. I said I'm gonna respond to it, and that's why I like Christmas. Why? Because my parents,
the outlier.
My parents mad cheap. So if I needed, by the way, I thought my uncle was Santa Claus the whole time anyway. So they told me my uncle was Santa Claus because he bring the presents to me. So I never believed in no old fat white man. So my uncle was Santa Claus. He lived on like behind a farm. Well, he lived like on a farm place, and deer ran through him. Like, oh, that's a deer. You're like, yeah, I'm Santa Claus, so it's reindeer. So that's the whole story behind it. So I never believed in white Santa Claus anyway. So he would bring me a PlayStation or a game I wanted or something I wanted, and that's one of the few chances I can get it outside of my birthday. So yeah, I get 2 more days because if it ain't, they'll tell me to wait till my birthday if it went for Christmas. So the only chance I had to actually get another gift was Christmas, because if it wasn't, I had to wait a year to get what I wanted. So that's an extra holiday for me to get what I want. And my uncle gave it to me. But sometimes he bought it, sometimes they bought it, but he sent it to me anyway. So it was still in the family. So I never had that image of somebody else doing something, because like all family doing it anyway. And my sister bought me stuff, so I always do that too. So it's like, oh, it's my chance to actually get something other than my birthday. So my reason might be selfish, but
and it's not even based on the holiday. I mean, you just like getting shit.
Yeah, because my family cheap, and if it wasn't that day, I wouldn't get enough. Like, oh, your birthday and Christmas, that's it.
Hey, my mom won my first Xbox from bingo, yo. Didn't give it to me until Christmas, but
I'm gonna go into what I dislike, and then we're gonna get out of here real quick. I dislike the Christmas movies because they're so unrealistic and fake. Lifetime needs to stop doing it. My mama watch all these movies all day, and they don't make sense. This girl like, I want to be a big lawyer, and I'm going to New York. It's like, I thought you wanted to take over the family business, Jennifer. And Jennifer like, I'm like,
oh, you talking Lifetime Christmas movies?
I'm like, why in the world can Jennifer not go to New York and then come back with way more money and take over the business with more money? Why does she have to do the business from 18 years old? 24 years old. Why does she have to do it? Why come she can't go to New York and then come back?
Live your dreams.
Like, you're not about to retire for 20 years, Mom. I can go to New York and make a lot more money, come back and add money and take over the company anyway with a bigger name. Why does I have to do this? But like, no, you made a mistake, Jennifer, by going to New York and leaving this family. I'm like, why would I want to live with my mama? It don't make sense. It's very unrealistic. Then she found the dude she loved 10 years ago, and he married somebody, and then they get together. I'm like, what happened to this poor woman? Then they always make her the bad guy because she's trying to burn the house down. I'm like, why she had to be a bad guy when he's trying to cheat on her with his ex that came back for Christmas? And why does
Zelmae has Christmas movie PTSD?
My mom watching like 3 right now, and I'm like, why does this? And by the way, she just watched the one with Jennifer, and I was actually putting up Christmas light. So it's like, why?
Oh, dang.
So I'm sitting there watching this movie, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I don't even know if her name was Jennifer. She was like a mixed girl. I think everybody in the movie is named Jennifer. So that's my biggest rate. I'm like, you put on
shout out Jennifer's body.
And by the way, Tyler Perry does the same thing with his Christmas movie. I'm like, all these shows do these like stupid scenarios that don't make sense, and they put it on Christmas and add like, oh, Santa Claus and Christmas changed the world. I'm like, no, it didn't. She just came home because she became a bum. Yeah, she lost her job and came home.
Jennifer's back because she does drugs.
Yeah, Tyler Perry. She came home because she was a bum. It wasn't because Christmas brought her back.
Cowboy Bebop is considered canon Christmas movie.
I'll accept it as long as it's not Netflix.
No. Like the actual anime is a movie.
Oh yeah, I was going to say Cowboy Bebop.
Wing. I think actually that was Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing Endless Waltz was on Christmas. Maybe I might.
Only Christmas movie I pull with is Die Hard
episode though, or a space Christmas episode.
Yeah. By the way, but we're gonna get out here after this. But anybody see Hawkeye? Did you like it?
I did not see it.
I don't care for Hawkeye.
I did.
How you feel about it,
Montay? Do you like Hawkeye?
I approve of it, although what's her name? Kate? I think her name Kate.
Kate Bishop.
Yeah, Kate Bishop. She is so stupid. She is killing me. Oh my god.
Yeah, she is.
The show's fine. Show's fine, but Kate Bishop. Jesus.
Kate Bishop is like a person with good instincts that don't know how to handle the situation.
Bro, oh my
it's
god.
Like confusing because her idea is right, but she don't know how to do it. And it makes it more frustrating.
Good instinct.
She ain't right so far in these first 2 episodes, bro. She ain't right.
That's all I'm saying. Son, like she knows something. Like she can figure out something. Montay knows. She figured out where to do all that security company. Montay, you know what I'm talking about. She figures out. Then she does, but she don't know how to handle it. So she just randomly does stuff, and it'd be like, "Why did you do that?" Even Jeremy Renner, like,
it sounds like how the way they used to always write the heroine characters up. Kind of was that type.
Yeah,
of trope.
it's a stereotype, like there's a trope, but it's interesting. I like it though. It ain't horrible. Marvel used these TV shows all
right. It's just she's stupid. Marvel's actually killing me because she's stupid.
TV shows have been okay for the most part.
Yeah, and plus the ending of it was dope if you know the character, but a lot of people don't. But if you know the character, it's kind of dope because you know what it's gonna bring.
Well, who's the character at the end? I ain't gonna watch Hawkeye.
We don't know. We're on 2 episodes in, so.
Well, I know, but But I'll tell y'all after the show because I don't want to spoil it. We're out of here. Any last words from anybody? Just say hello, bye, goodbye. We did the intros at the beginning. Where can they find you?
Christmas sucks.
Only thing I got to say is I wish more people would make new original Christmas songs instead of redoing the same ones I've heard 5, 6, 7 other times already. Also,
Santa
the
Claus
real
goes straight
Christmas
to the ghetto.
is in February. Is tax season. That's the real Christmas. I said what I said. Don't at me, accept me.
Sonny?
Yeah, y'all can hold on that Christmas crap. I ain't for it. But you can catch me on Facebook, Sonny Palo Jr. I'll give you all the conversation you want about Christmas and how stupid it is to make your lights on your light bill extremely high every year around December.
Yeah, find Montay Broke Ugly Dude. All the links in the description. Unico.
LeBron James got COVID.
That's a crazy story. And thank you for listening to another episode of Not a Fan, because apparently we are not a fan of Christmas.
No fans of Christmas over here.
So that show is not even named right. We are not a fan of Jussie Smollet. We did love YouTube. So we are just a fan of YouTube today.
Just a fan of YouTube.
Not nothing else we talked about. Just YouTube. All right. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Links in the description. Like and subscribe. All that good stuff. Peace.
But seriously, what the